Alright, vlog number 2. We're on a roll, one after another. Today's vlog is not going to be quite as exciting, I don't think. This one's more aimed on kind of why I'm vlogging and why I've started and kind of what I want to get out of the channel. So my plan for today is I'm going to give you guys a quick update on where I'm at right now. Actually, no, first I'm going to give you an update on how I've gotten to where I am now, not exactly where I am now and what my plans are in the future. I'll do that next. So first off, after I left New Zealand, went straight to camp, worked at the camp as a lifeguard for 3 months-ish, 14 weeks. And then after the camp, me and a group of people traveled all over the States. We went from camp, which was in northern Minnesota, down to Minneapolis, Minneapolis to Chicago, Chicago to Myrtle Beach, Myrtle Beach, Charlotte, down to Charleston, Charleston up to New York, New York to Niagara Falls, Niagara Falls back down to New York, New York, Minneapolis, Minneapolis, San Francisco. And then we all kind of split ways. Well, one of our members left at New York. And then we all kind of split ways for a little while after San Francisco. I went to San Luis Obispo for a little while, then down to Los Angeles, and then I met up with the group again in LA, and then we all split ways after LA. Then after LA, I actually flew to Denver, and then I bought a car off of my auntie and uncle in Denver for $1. They were very, very nice. That's one of the kindest things anyone's ever done for me. And then I drove that car for quite a long time, put a lot of miles on it. So I went from Denver to, where did I go after Denver? I actually came to Galena. Yes, I came to Galena and stayed for 2 weeks with my grandparents. And then after that, I went up to Minneapolis, and I actually lived in Minneapolis, and I rented off of Rob. Shout out to Rob. Rob was a very nice dude. He let me rent his second story of his house for probably about 2 months, and I worked 2 part-time jobs, one at Tommy Bahama, one at Paddle North, and I just worked my ass off. It was like 50 or 60 hours a week, I think. And then after that, I've actually just moved down to Galena again, after Minneapolis, and that was probably about a month ago now. So I've just been visiting my parents for the last month, actually, and staying with them in Galena. And I've started my own, actually, no, we're not going to get there yet. But that's where we're at right now. That's a very quick overview of the last 5 or 6 months or so. No, longer than that. The last 10 months, I think. Something like that. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. Anyway, that's caught you guys up, and that's the aim of this vlog, is to keep everyone caught up. So you all know what's happening and where my plans are and what direction I'm going. Because it changes a lot. It changes a lot faster than I can keep everyone updated. So that's why I've started it. And I'm not going to rush into getting a fancy camera or anything, because I've realized that I'm so far from a professional videographer that there's no point in me like worrying about buying an expensive camera or learning how to use like fancy editing softwares or anything. If you want to see a professional cinematographic masterpiece, go watch Casey Neistat. You're not going to find it here, not for a little while anyway. So that's the aim of this channel. That's the aim of this vlog. So yeah, I'm just going to crank them out probably, I don't know, every time something exciting happens or something changes, which is pretty often, which is cool. So yeah, I'll be cranking them out. I'll see you after the gym. Sure. Alrighty, so I just had a cracker of a sesh at the gym. It was shoulders and abs day, so I can't sit up properly anymore, which is good. That's always a good sign. You know you've done the gym right if you can't move. So now I'm off to the coffee shop. I'm going to go and do some study really quick because I haven't got a whole lot of time left. My family from Colorado is actually coming to visit my grandparents for like the next week or so. So I've got to go pick up Dad, and then we're going to go meet everyone out at my grandparents' farm. But I'm off to the general store right now, which doubles as a coffee shop, and it also doubles as my lecture room. That leads me to my next point, which is what I'm doing at the moment, career-wise and study-wise and everything. So when I was in Minneapolis, I bought a laptop and I started studying Android app development. Shout out to Udemy. Udemy is awesome. If you want to teach yourself practically how to do anything, Udemy is the way to go. Most of the courses are 20 bucks, and like they're solid, like months worth of content and certifications and everything. It's really, really good. So I got a course on Android app development, and I went through that and I loved it. It was a lot of fun. But the thing with app development is that it's a bit of a niche. It's kind of harder to find work than most other fields because you need someone who needs an app to be developed, and you have to know both iOS and Android, which is huge. Those are 2 totally different languages and everything, and it's quite It's very broad, and it takes a lot of study to learn both iOS app development and Android app development. Anyway, so I did learn Android app development, and I'm a certified Java developer. When I moved to Galena, however, I decided to change tack, and I went for web development instead, because the background of app development is web development anyway. So kind of the fundamental of any development field is working with the internet these days anyway. So now having those skills is really valuable. So I changed tack. I bought another course on Udemy for web development, and I've gone all the way through that one. Loved it. And then I started a small little web development consulting agency just recently. This is like last week. So this is I only just started this off. And initially I thought it was going to be just web development, but I have changed tack again a little bit. And I found that there's a niche where I am right now in Galena for kind of just general IT help overall. Like, I'm still focusing mainly on websites, but I'm also doing a little bit of like email marketing and a little bit of social media kind of management and everything, because there's no one doing it in Galena. So I've decided to pick up that niche. And when I say I'm going to go study, I am going back over everything, making sure that I know everything for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, because I'm going to sit a Microsoft exam. And I've forgotten what the exam's called. It's like 7368. I don't know. It's some 5-number thing. Anyway, I'm going to sit that probably in about a month, because I want to be really thorough and make sure that I know everything that's in the exam, because it's like $180 to sit it. So I'm going to do that, but that'll be really good to have because it's a very well-recognized certification. So that's what I'm studying for at the moment. So I'm going to go and do some of that now. But I think that catches you up with where I'm at. So I'm running my own sort of IT consulting agency in Galena and studying for a Microsoft exam. And that's where I'm at. And vlogging. Sure. Okay, as for what's next, my current plan, as we speak, is I'm moving back up to Minneapolis on the 17th of April. I'm doing that to go and help my uncle renovate his last property that he lived in, to sell it because they've moved. So that's the current plan, is I'm going to go up there and I'm going to try and manage this business remotely from up there. And it's only like a 3.5-hour drive from Galena if I need to come back down in person. So I'm going to juggle that, kind of be bouncing between Galena and Minneapolis, I think. And then probably late May, I'll do some time at the camp again as lifeguard. And then after lifeguarding, I think I'm going to head to Portugal and go and do Europe for a little while, because I've wanted to go to Europe for ages. Portugal looks awesome. Greece looks awesome. South of France is on my list as well. Northern Ireland, I'll go visit everyone throughout Europe. So I'm hoping that I can get enough of a kind of remote work base established to go and be able to do that without needing to work and save up along the way. So that's the current goal. And then I'm aiming to be back in New Zealand by very late November or early December. Even if I don't do Europe, even if nothing else happens, New Zealand by end of November, start of December. So that is going to be awesome. Yeah, that's where we're looking at the moment. Alright, so I've just wrapped up studying, and I've totally run out of time in the day to head down to Galena. So that's not going to happen today. That'll have to be in another video. But I'm off to go pick up Dad now, and then we're heading out to the farm to meet up with family from Colorado. Alright, that's number 2 a wrap. Ciao.